You've entered what others won't understand until it's too late. The season has shifted, and I am no longer speaking in whispers. I'm commanding with clarity. What once delayed you can no longer hold you, because I have declared your release. You are not pacing around the wilderness anymore. You've crossed into the sacred. This is not just another season, chosen one. This is the appointed phase of alignment, activation, and assignment. I didn't bring you this far to merely preserve you. I brought you here to position you. The refining you endured wasn't punishment. It was preparation for proximity to my presence. Now you must move with the awareness that everything has changed. What used to exhaust you will now elevate you because the grace covering you has increased. I'm lifting veils off your vision and weights off your shoulders at the same time. You will no longer be bound by the expectations of people I've removed from your path. I have cleared the stage for your obedience to speak louder than your explanations ever could. Your time in hiding is over. I am exposing what I have cultivated in secret. They won't recognize you, not because you changed, but because you've become the version I always intended. I am not giving you a fresh start. I am revealing the real start. This is not a redo, it's a revelation. You are walking into days where your words will carry the weight of my will. Don't second-guess what I'm awakening in you just because it's unfamiliar. I did not call you to comfort. I called you to covenant. Stop looking for confirmation in places I've already shut down. You are not missing anything. You're being moved into everything I promised. I am intensifying the oil and stripping away every residue of survival. You are not fragile. You are fortified. The sacred phase requires strength, not sympathy. I'm commanding you to rise differently, speak differently, respond differently. You don't owe anyone the old version of yourself that I've already buried. If you return to what I've released you from, you forfeit the momentum I've assigned to you. This isn't about perfection, it's about posture. You must be found in position even when you don't feel ready. Stop rehearsing the past. I've already erased it. What you need now is obedience, not overthinking. This is where you build forward, not fall back. Your prayers have shifted from survival cries to strategic decrees. Heaven is not quiet, it's waiting for your agreement. The answers you've been waiting for are already inside the instructions you've been avoiding. I will not repeat myself in this season. I will confirm through movement. Every delay that hit your life had an expiration date, and it just arrived. Do not explain the blessing I'm about to release. Just walk in it. They will ask how you got here, but you won't need to justify favor. The evidence will silence every doubt without a single word spoken. I am surrounding you with clarity and cutting off everything that clouds your convictions. You won't have to fight for peace. I'm enforcing it for you. I will not allow confusion to contaminate this consecrated moment. Even your emotions are being reset to respond with revelation instead of reaction. The sacred phase demands sacred focus. I'm not asking you to figure it all out. I'm asking you to follow my lead. My hand is on this moment, and my spirit is in your movement. You were born for this threshold. Do not underestimate the weight of your yes right now. It's unlocking doors you didn't even knock on. Your obedience is louder than your resume and more powerful than your reputation. I am breathing on your availability, not your ability. You don't need to know how, it's enough that I know who. I'm not building on what you lost. I'm building on what's left. The sacred phase is not about performance. It's about permission. And you have mine. You're no longer in the proving grounds. You're in the releasing ground. Everything you've held in silence, every burden you carried behind the scenes, I saw it all. And now, I'm turning your hidden endurance into public evidence. They didn't see what it cost you, but they will witness what I restore to you. I am not asking you to explain the shift. I'm instructing you to embody it. The sacred phase isn't about reaction. It's about revelation. You are not waiting for the right moment. The right moment has been waiting for you. I have already placed the authority in your voice. Now speak as one who carries it. There's a fire in your bones now, not just a flicker of hope. I ignited it when you thought nothing was left in you. This sacred season will require a level of conviction that offends comfort zones. You won't blend in because I didn't design you to. The influence I've marked you for won't be built through popularity, but through purity. Do not water down what I made you to carry. The sacred phase will separate you before it elevates you. Don't fear the distance. It's making room for divine encounters. The people you're about to impact are not drawn to charisma. They're drawn to clarity. I am sharpening your message and sanctifying your motives at the same time. You're not just called, you're calibrated. I've stripped the performance so that only my power remains. This oil you carry came through pressing, not popularity. Let them wonder how you carry so much peace. It's because I became your source. No longer will your peace be based on circumstances. It will be rooted in revelation. This is what I meant when I said you'd do greater things, and now I'm requiring you to prepare like it's already done. No more spiritual procrastination, no more waiting for signs when I've already spoken. Get your house in order. Get your mind in alignment. Get your spirit postured for the outpouring. I'm not delaying, I'm discerning. I've been waiting for your full yes, not your partial compliance. Now that you've given it, I'm releasing the next phase. When this word speaks to you, take a moment to like the video. And don't miss the free daily alignment guide waiting for you in the description below. Don't confuse the stillness with stagnation. I've simply cleared the noise so you can hear me. I'm not in the chaos, I'm in the clarity. You will recognize my voice in this season not by volume but by frequency. Stay tuned to my spirit and ignore the distractions. I will confirm direction through peace, not pressure. Stop asking me to speak louder. Instead, quiet everything else. Your instructions are coming like whispers wrapped in fire. You'll know it's me because it'll carry weight without anxiety. Your schedule will need to change to reflect the sacred. This isn't the season for divided focus. Your capacity is increasing because your calling is expanding. What used to overwhelm you will now organize around your obedience. I will give you wisdom beyond your experience and strategy beyond your understanding. Stop second-guessing what I've assigned to you. If I brought you to it, I've already given you what you need to walk it out. The sacred phase is proof that you've been trusted with more. Do not wait for others to validate what I've already confirmed. I've released the clarity, now move in it. I'm aligning people, timing, and provision around your next step. The favor you're about to walk in isn't random, it's recognition from heaven. You honored me in the hidden places, and now I'm honoring you in the open. But remember, the spotlight isn't for performance, it's for purpose. Don't try to be impressive, be impactful. That's where my glory rests. You're stepping into rooms your name was already spoken in. I went before you and established favor where there once was resistance. This is not about who knows you, it's about who sent you. I sent you. That's why doors are opening without explanation, and access is being granted without credentials. The sacred phase is not about chasing platforms, it's about carrying presence. What's on your life now demands a different level of preparation. You don't have time to be distracted by what no longer fits your calling. This isn't about elevation for your sake, it's about impact for mine. The people I'm sending you to aren't looking for another voice. They're desperate for truth. You carry that truth not because you studied it, but because you survived it. Your scars are becoming signatures of authority in places still bleeding. I'm not asking you to preach, I'm telling you to testify. The story you've been trying to forget is the very key someone else needs to be freed. What shamed you is now going to shape you into a deliverer. That's why I let it happen. Now it's going to happen through you. You've wept in the wilderness, but you'll rejoice in the release. Every hidden tear watered the roots of this season. You were not buried, you were planted, and now it's breaking forth. I didn't forget your prayers, I stored them. I didn't ignore your pain, I translated it into power. Now when you speak, it will carry a weight that breaks chains, not just stirs emotions. You are becoming the answer to someone else's silent cry. I'm awakening your voice and recalibrating your vision at the same time. You will not walk into this phase guessing. You will enter knowing. Every confusing season is coming into clarity. Every delay now reveals its design. I slowed you down so I could set you apart. You're not late, you're launched. I held you back to protect the oil. Now that it's time, nothing can block what I've ordained. This phase isn't about acceleration, it's about precision. You'll do less but accomplish more. You'll speak fewer words, but carry more impact. Because I'm trimming the excess and fine-tuning your focus, I'm removing even good things that no longer serve your purpose. This is divine discipline, not disappointment. Don't grieve the shifts, thank me for them. What I prune, I always replace with greater. Watch how the people I bring around you now are aligned, not assigned. They're not coming to take from you, they're coming to steward with you. You're not building alone anymore. I'm sending covenant connections who understand your language without translation. You'll feel seen, not just supported. They won't drain you, they'll water you. Because this sacred phase requires community, not crowds. It's not about being known, it's about being aligned. I'm also shifting your identity internally. You won't just think differently, you'll see yourself as I see you. The insecurities that held you hostage will no longer survive this level of light. I am flooding your mind with truth and silencing every lie that has lingered too long. The shame you carried stops now. The comparison dies here. You don't have to become who you think they'll accept. You are becoming who I've already anointed. Walk boldly, chosen one. You're not stepping into arrogance, you're stepping into accuracy. I've hidden you long enough, not to punish you, but to preserve you. You were never overlooked. You were shielded from what would have diluted your oil. You thought you were being forgotten, but I was forming your foundation. If I had exposed you earlier, they would have admired the gift and missed the glory. I waited until the weight matched the call. Now when you rise, it will be undeniable that it was me who raised you. No more pretending to be small to make others comfortable. Your visibility now serves a divine purpose. I have consecrated this season, and it cannot be treated casually. That's why you feel the urgency to move differently, speak differently, think differently. You're not paranoid, you're discerning. My spirit is heightening your awareness so you don't miss the moment. Everything can't go with you. Every habit, every mindset, every comfort zone not built in me must fall. I am not just blessing you. I'm building you to carry blessing without breaking. Do not mourn what is being removed. Celebrate what is being refined. You are lighter now, not weaker. The shedding was spiritual surgery, not subtraction. What I cut away was draining your destiny. I'm not interested in your convenience. I'm interested in your covenant. That's why some doors closed even though you were qualified. That's why some connections died out even though they looked promising. I protect purpose at all costs, and you, chosen one, are walking in purpose now. You'll begin to see confirmations everywhere. Don't dismiss them. Dreams, words, impressions, divine interruptions, they're not coincidences, they're cues. I'm drawing your attention to what I'm breathing on, and I'm silencing what distracts. Even your body will respond to my instruction. Follow the unrest or peace you feel. That's me guiding you, not your feelings deceiving you. The sacred phase requires a new level of sensitivity. You must discern beyond emotion and move by revelation. I'm pouring new oil, but I won't waste it on old mindsets. You can't think like a survivor and lead like a steward. What worked before won't sustain what's coming. Upgrade your expectation. Approach me not as a beggar, but as an heir. You don't have to earn access, you have to embrace it. Stop second-guessing if you're worthy of this next level. I said you are, and that settles it. Every resource is about to align with your obedience. Provision will find purpose. It won't be random. You won't have to chase, strive, or manipulate. I'm sending it straight to your assignment. Vision attracts what striving repels. Speak it, plan it, and I will send what's needed. This is the phase where manifestation meets maturity. Because I can now trust you with more than just glimpses. I'm giving you stewardship. There will be no more surviving on spiritual crumbs. You are being invited to feast in the fullness of my promise. I'm not offering samples, I'm pouring out supply. But you must come ready. I am not feeding casual followers. I'm empowering consecrated carriers. Be found faithful, not just visible. Be found ready, not just available. The sacred phase does not accommodate spectators. It activates servants. I am commanding boldness to rise in you, not the kind rooted in ego, but in encounter. You've seen me move in silence. Now you will see me move through you. The sacred phase is not about asking for influence. It's about walking in it. You are not waiting for a platform. I am turning your obedience into a stage, not for performance, but for proclamation. What you've whispered in the quiet, you'll now declare in the open. And when you speak, atmospheres will shift, not because of you, but because of the one who sent you. This is the point where hesitation must die. I'm not tolerating delayed obedience in this phase. You will either align or be left behind what I'm doing. Not out of punishment, but because the timing is too precise for stalling. You know too much now to act like you're still unsure. You've heard me too clearly to claim confusion. I've confirmed it again and again. You are ready, even if you still feel fragile. Trust what I said more than how you feel. The sacred phase will cost you comfort, but it will birth power. Your yes is not just opening doors, it's closing cycles. I'm not repeating the past, I'm rewriting it through you. I'm ending patterns that have tormented generations. What stopped your bloodline ends with your obedience. What was normalized as dysfunction in your family stops under your feet. Because I have called you to be the interruption and the new initiation. I'm not just restoring your life, I'm reintroducing your lineage to covenant. Every sacrifice you've made is awakening generational reward. You thought it was about you, but I've been using your yes to heal what was broken long before you. You are the seed that survived, and now you're the root that revives. I'm multiplying through what the enemy tried to minimize. Your obedience is watering a harvest you won't even see all of, but your children will walk in it, and your name will echo in heaven as one who broke through. Don't be surprised when I bring acceleration out of nowhere. I am catching you up, not because you were late, but because I've preserved you for this pace. You are not behind, you are becoming. Every skipped step was my sovereignty. Every missed opportunity was my mercy. I was building stamina where you saw stagnation, and now you're about to experience what happens when preparation meets permission. I will place you in rooms where your only credential is that you carry my voice. They'll ask where you came from, and the only answer will be sent. I've refined your motives so you won't need to impress, just impact. And I've humbled your heart, so that when the doors open, you don't forget who opened them. Stay grounded in me. Do not elevate the gift above the giver. That's how you remain pure in power, and power is coming. I'm giving you not just revelation, but responsibility. You will carry what others dropped. You will finish what others feared. Because I've built a resilience in you that is not common. It's sacred. I let you walk through the fire, not to burn you, but to brand you. And now, you walk with the authority of one who's been through the flame and found me in it. You're not fragile. You're fireproof. This is the phase where your raw returns. This is the moment your internal world must match your external assignment. You cannot carry sacred oil in a scattered vessel. I am fortifying you in secret before I amplify you in the open. The power you walk in must be sustained by the purity you cultivate. You won't just be seen, you will be tested, not to prove yourself to people, but to prove your stability to me. I don't elevate randomly. I elevate what is rooted. And you, chosen one, are finally rooted in what can't be shaken. You no longer get to live at the mercy of your emotions. I am giving you mastery over mood swings, inconsistency, and self-sabotage. Your spirit will lead now, not your wounds. This sacred phase demands wholeness, and wholeness doesn't mean perfection. It means agreement. Agreement with what I've spoken, even when your feelings resist it. Agreement with what I've revealed, even when logic argues it. This is where your healing becomes non-negotiable. Do not return to what numbed you just because clarity feels uncomfortable. Growth will stretch you before it settles you. I'm asking you to sit with me when silence is louder than answers. I'm asking you to stay when everything in you wants to retreat. I'm not absent. I'm anchoring you. There's revelation in the stillness. If you'll stop striving to fill the void, you're not empty. You're being cleared for greater infilling. Sacred doesn't mean loud. It means alive. You're not called to carry everyone. You're called to carry what I assign. Release the guilt for not rescuing what I never asked you to fix. I'm not calling you to burn out in the name of ministry. I'm calling you to burn bright in the flame of obedience. I will handle what overwhelms you. You don't need to be the answer for everyone. You just need to be obedient to the one who is. Peace is your portion, not pressure. I am activating strategies in you that aren't from books. They're born of intimacy. As you abide, ideas will flow. As you rest, blueprints will emerge. Stop equating rest with laziness. It's a weapon in this season. Rest is how I refill you for the next release. Do not underestimate the warfare that comes against your rest. It's not a lack of discipline, It's a spiritual assignment. But now you know and now you overcome. You will not go back to default settings just because warfare intensified. Pressure is not permission to retreat. It's confirmation that you're in territory the enemy once controlled. Stay planted. You are taking ground. And with every obedient step, I'm establishing dominion. Not in your strength, but in mine. You are not sustaining this. I am. Every voice of accusation will be silenced, not by your defense, but by my demonstration. I am the one who justifies you. I will speak where your words fall short. Do not engage battles I never assigned. Stay above the noise. Let me be your defender. This sacred phase demands discernment about where your energy goes. And I am teaching you how to fight without forfeiting your focus. I am restoring your spiritual authority, and I'm doing it without apology. You don't need anyone's permission to walk in what I've already declared over you. The same spirit that raised Christ from the dead lives in you. This is not motivation, it's revelation. I'm not suggesting that you're equipped, I'm telling you that you are. Every time you doubted it, grace kept building in the background. You didn't miss your moment, I was perfecting it. And now you step into it with nothing missing and nothing lacking. I've broken the spirit of hesitation that tried to hold you back. You will not second-guess the instruction, and you will not delay the execution. This is the era of swift obedience. As soon as you move, I multiply. As soon as you speak, I shift. There is no gap between my command and your confirmation. It will happen as you go, not before you move. Trust me in the tension between instruction and manifestation. The anointing on your life is not seasonal, it's sustained. I didn't lift it when things got hard. I buried it deeper. You carry the kind of oil that only crisis could unlock. That's why it had to happen the way it did. That's why they couldn't stay. That's why it hurt, and still had to happen. Because your next level required a deeper pour. You've reached the point where warfare will only sharpen you, not shake you. You've been through enough to recognize what's from me and what's not. Discernment will become your shield. I'm training your senses to detect distraction before it forms. You will not be blindsided. You will not be drained by unnecessary battles. I've given you permission to walk away from what doesn't align. No explanation needed. Peace is now a boundary, not just a blessing. What once intimidated you now feels like confirmation. When opposition rises, so does your assurance that you're in the right place. The enemy wouldn't attack what isn't advancing, so take every hit as proof that you're positioned. I didn't bring you this far to drop you at the doorstep of destiny. I'm walking you in step by step, and you will remember this phase, not for the warfare, but for the wonder, because I'm about to show you what fulfillment actually looks like. Your influence is shifting from attention to authority. You're not here to impress, you're here to occupy. I didn't give you a platform, I gave you permission. And with that permission comes a responsibility to remain faithful, not flashy. What you build now must outlive you. I am giving you generational vision, not just personal breakthrough. You'll see beyond today. You'll plant what your children will harvest. Don't fear the weight of what's next. I'm carrying it with you. You are yoked with me and I don't grow weary. My strength is perfect, even when yours is gone. I will carry you when your confidence falters. I will speak through you when your words run dry. This isn't about your ability, it's about your agreement. You said yes, and that's all I needed. The rest is on me. You've been called for such a time as this, and it's not random. Every part of your journey has been orchestrated with divine precision. Even the things that felt like detours were disguised deliverances. I protected you through what could have ruined you. I redirected you from what looked good, but wasn't God. I've been weaving glory through the grief the whole time. And now the tapestry is revealing its purpose. You are standing in the unveiling. What you carried in secret is about to produce in public. Your life will speak before your words ever do. I am making your obedience visible. Not to boast in you, but to broadcast my faithfulness. They'll see you and have to admit that I did it, and even those who doubted will be drawn to the light. You won't need to retaliate. I will vindicate. The sacred phase is not for proving your worth, but revealing my work. I've healed what tried to harden you. You are no longer moving from defense. You're moving from dominion. You won't flinch when opposition rises because you've been fortified. I've removed the panic from your responses and replaced it with prophetic posture. Your atmosphere shifts because you've been anchored. Your peace is loud and your presence is weighty, not because of who you are, but because of who's in you. You are not timid. You are tempered. The thoughts that once tormented you are now under your authority. I have taught your hands to war and your mind to rest. That is your balance, power, and peace. You don't have to live on edge anymore. I've regulated your emotions so they no longer drive your decisions. You'll walk into chaos and carry calm. You'll be surrounded by noise and still know what I'm saying. That's the mark of maturity, and you've reached it. What once broke you now builds others. You've been turned into a vessel, not a victim, and your voice is rising, not as noise, but as necessity. I've placed a prophetic frequency in your tone. When you speak, it will awaken sleeping spirits. When you declare, things will move. I have tuned your language to align with heaven. Speak with confidence. Your words carry weight because they carry me. You are not under pressure. You are under prophecy. And prophecy doesn't expire when things get difficult. It anchors you when everything else shifts. That's why you feel peace even in transition. Because you're not guessing, you're guided. I'm not in your feelings, I'm in your footsteps. Walk it out even when it's unfamiliar. I've already gone before you. Your surroundings may not look sacred, but the soil is. I planted you here on purpose, and I will cause fruit to grow even in unlikely places. Don't wait for ideal conditions to obey. Create movement with what you have. I will multiply your motion. I will expand your influence as you stay surrendered. What seems small now is actually strategic. I never needed a crowd to launch Covenant. You're standing on the threshold of fulfillment, and nothing is blocking you but old belief systems. I've torn down the barriers. I need you to tear down the doubts. You are not who you used to be, so stop thinking like you used to think. You're not entering this phase wounded. You're entering it awakened. The clarity I've given you is not temporary. It's transformational. I'm sealing what I revealed so the enemy can't tamper with it. You won't have to rehearse this word. It's being written on your spirit. And from here on, every step will echo with confirmation. This is your official release into the realm of fulfillment, not fantasy, fulfillment. You are about to see what happens when prophecy meets preparation. You're not walking blindly, you're walking boldly. I've been building your spirit to withstand the fulfillment of what you've carried. Because it's one thing to dream, it's another thing to live it. And now, you're ready to live it. Not cautiously, but confidently. Everything you touch in this season must align with the sacred. You don't have the luxury of casual anymore. You are consecrated. Every conversation, every commitment, every yes must reflect the oil. I'm making your time more fruitful because I'm making your focus more narrow. This is not restriction, it's refinement. You're not missing out, you're mastering purpose. Stop apologizing for how serious this season feels. It feels weighty because it is. It feels intense because it matters. You're not dramatic, you're discerning. You're not too much, you're in too deep with me. That's what makes this different. You're not driven by ego, you're led by encounter. And I'm proud of how you've yielded. Before you go, hit like and subscribe to stay connected. Drop 55 in the comments, and be sure to download your free daily alignment guide from the description below. From this point forward, you will walk with evidence. You won't have to explain anymore. Your fruit will speak. I am breathing on your visibility and protecting your vulnerability. I am making room for you without you having to force anything. Let favor find you where you're planted. Let peace prove you're in the right place. I have not brought you this far to stop now, and I will not let you fail at the threshold of breakthrough. I am giving you vision with precision. You will see it clearly, and you will steward it wisely. I trust you with the details now. I trust you with the weight of legacy. I trust you to carry what others dropped, and because I trust you, I will pour more. Not to overwhelm you, but to overflow through you. What you carry now is for nations, not just neighborhoods. Stay low before me, and I'll lift you higher than you imagined. I will elevate what's yielded. I will expand what's rooted. Do not envy what is fast, honor what is faithful. I've built this in a way that cannot be shaken, and what I establish, no one can tear down. You are not stepping out alone. You are stepping in with me, and that changes everything. You are now walking as one who is marked, not just moved. Everything that once confused you has been turned into clarity. You know who you are because I've told you directly. You are my chosen one, not because you were the loudest, the fastest, or the most prepared, but because you said yes when others said no. You surrendered fully while others negotiated halfway. That's why I've set you apart. And now, I'm setting you in place. The alignment has begun to manifest. Your steps are no longer random, they're rehearsed by heaven. I wrote this path long before you recognized it. I will keep revealing pieces as you keep walking. You are not behind. You are in rhythm. You are not scattered. You are selected. Every resource, every relationship, every revelation will serve the purpose. You will lack nothing for what I've called you to do. Stay in the posture of presence. Don't rush into performance when I'm still refining your posture. Even in the sacred phase, your greatest power will come from stillness. Not inactivity, but intimacy. Keep me at the center of every room you walk into. Keep my voice above every opportunity that presents itself. If I'm not in it, it's not for you. If I breathe on it, it will multiply without striving. This is where I leave no doubt. What I promised, I perform. What I spoke, I sustain. What I called you to, I will carry you through. You will not break under this blessing. You will not shrink in this release. You will stand, speak, and steward like one who knows they were sent. And because you are mine, this will work.